Welcome back to Twin Elm Rugby Park. Doug Cross with you, along with Marlene Donaldson and Heather Moyse for the second women's semifinal here this afternoon. Mexico taking on Canada, and we're going to have the winner of this game going to the final of this tournament. We just watched a great job by Trinidad and Tobago. They've booked their spot to the final. So based on the form sheet, Canada should have no problem with this Mexican women's team, because they beat them big on the first day. So Karen Lozada of Canada will be refereeing this game. So just take a quick look at the lineup. Includes Jen Kish, Karen Paquin, Megan Gibbs, Kayla Maleshi, Juliana Greenshields, Bianca Farella for Canada, Magali Harvey, Britt Ben, Lisa Gauthier, Julianne Zussman, Ariel Dubisset-Paris, and Amanda Thornborough as Canada gets it underway. And a big clash as Jen Kish tries to recover that kickoff right away. And now Canada spinning it out to the right. Julianne Zussman of Montreal. She gets tackled shoulder high and just off the fingertips of Megan Gibbs. But here's Canada putting pressure, and a Mexican player left in the dust. And now penalty against Mexico, playing in green. Left to right, Canada playing in their black jerseys on this hot, hot day. And that is Magali Harvey. And she'll score the first try of the afternoon. And business as usual for the Canadian women, Marlene.
Yeah, they've been starting off quick every single game. They're usually scoring a try within the first, what seems like 30 seconds of the game. So they're doing what they've been doing all tournament.
What did you see here, Heather?
Well, it's a quick ball there with Megan. Gibbs out to Zussman. And I mean, it's just a great finish. The girls know exactly where they're standing. They know where to be. It's just a great execution by Canada.
Harvey will try to get the conversion, and that's not a bad looking kick, but it'll fall short by just a couple of meters. And so now, you know, based on the way the Canadian women have been playing this weekend, Marlene, I have not seen too much opposition touch the ball. I mean, we were looking at scores. They didn't even get scored on yesterday in their round robin.
I mean, I think it is obvious that Canada's the dominant team here, but Canada is more focused on their own game, and they're focused on their errors and their sort of game plan. So they're not as concerned about the teams that they're playing against. They just want to perfect their game.
So back to live action. Penalty against Mexico here. Megan Gibbs. Now the ball out wide to Bianca Farella. Flip out to Harvey. Harvey could be getting her second. No, she gets it out to Julianne Zussman, who finishes off around the right side there. And yeah, you can tell the wheels are already getting wobbly for Mexico in this game.
Yeah, definitely. You got Julianne Zussman. Once the ball got to her, great distribution out wide. And then it was the support. Support was there. Offloading was easy. Try scored.
That conversion kick is gone in front of the post again by Harvey, but you know, her teammates are not helping her with those outside tries. They need to get under the post.
True, that can actually be an issue. You definitely want the players, once they've crossed the line, if they can get it between the posts, you definitely want that. It makes it a lot easier for the kicker. It is something they actually do as stress on the team.
Heather, did they ever make you kick to restart or anything like that, or they keep that well away from you?
They usually have a smarter coach staff than that.
Yeah. Oh, Harvey, characteristically didn't get that one going like it should. Didn't go 10 meters. Mexico just kind of stared at it like they dropped their lunch. And so they'll have it back at halfway, an indirect penalty. So Renata Acosta will take this one. And she's really got her players trying to give direction to her players. And they're well deep, and Canada will just come up and try and shut that lane down for them. Magali Harvey will get us going again. 4 minutes gone here in Canada, leading 15-0. And immediately picked up by Farella. And will she go the distance? No, she's brought down, but Canada's possession staying there. Kayla Maletti, one of the young guns that have come in this in the last couple of years. And Kish rolls over the line, touches down, maintains her presence of mind as she was tackled, and scores the try.
Yeah, Jen Kish has come a long way in this program. I knew Kish back when she was, just 18-year-old starting off on the senior team, and you can see here, she gets the ball. The game is probably slowed down for her. She knows where she's going, and she just executes it.
Important to note, Heather, this is a semifinal, so you're not going to go 100 miles an hour, are you?
Well, you'll go 100 miles an hour if that's what you need to do, but I think right now Canada's just pacing themselves. They're keeping calm. They're keeping just their heads in the game, and they're just doing what needs to be done in order to move on.
For Canada, number 1, Jen Kish.
So Magali Harvey with just a couple of minutes left in this first half. She's been doing a lot of work just getting the restarts going here. That's the perfect height, perfect length there. Megan Gibbs gets to it. Gibbs tackled. Manages to offload. Now it's Kish. Kish has found the gap. She's going to score for the second time in about a minute. And that is why she's the captain of this team, because the players just look at her and go, wow, look what you're doing.
I mean, you're always going to have a few players on the team that are sort of the stars of the team, and Jennifer Kish is definitely one of them.
Great start by Gibbs here.
Yep, Gibbs is having a great game. She's had a great tournament, and Kish is just so sneaky. She has great footwork, and she has great body awareness.
Britt Ben managed to flip that ball back to her a little bit to help her out, and then the gap was open. And there's Mexico just shaking their head. Well, how are we supposed to defend against that?
Yeah, it's probably very frustrating.
But they said it in Spanish. So 6 minutes, 40 seconds gone here. We'll have another restart as Harvey must be getting tired of the double duty, kicking the conversions, running back to center, and doing it all over again.
Well, she's pretty fit. She's pretty fit. I think she's okay.
I'll tell you, a good sign of how hot it is this weekend. The adhesive on the jerseys coming off for Canada. The 7 on her back flapping around a little bit between the sweat and the heat. Not sticking too well to the jerseys. Mexico will try and make something happen here in the final seconds. The Hooters gone, but they might want to just kick it into touch rather than give away another scoring opportunity to Canada here. And that has gone into touch, and that was the intention, was let's just get to halftime, a couple of drinks of water, and see if coach can help us out with something here.
Yeah, definitely. They're going to talk at halftime, but they're not going to probably be able to change everything in their game right now, but hopefully their coach can give them a few key points here in the huddle to help improve the second half.
So, women's head coach John Tate, I mean, his halftime speeches have got to be getting kind of mundane. What do you say when everything's going great? Do you pick at the little things and go, and have the ladies go, well, geez, I thought we were doing pretty good, John, or does he stay positive?
I think he is going to pick at the little things. This is what they're working on here. They know they're going to be beating these teams, so they have to work on the little details, and that's how they're going to make it to that's how they're going to perform well at the World Cup in Russia and further on in Rio. So little things are extremely important at this stage.
When you think of teams like the New Zealand Black Ferns that you played against in England, that's their process too. Is like, we did great, but we could have done this, and this better, and that's why they continually stay at the top.
Yeah, until you're holding up a World Championship trophy or an Olympic medal or gold medal, really, it's never good enough.
Let's listen in to John Tate give some instructions here.
One thing, guys, just gotta look up A and find space. 10 on 2, 1, 2, get up!
Ooh, I like that Jen Kish innovation. Not on 3, on 2. Imagine all the energy they're saving, not yelling 3 all the time. I mean,
that's how you mix it up. That's how you mix it up. Keep it exciting.
Rugby Canada would like to thank
Make sure they're paying attention.
Rogers TV, our co-host broadcaster.
Canada will kick off in the second half. Or no, they're going to receive, actually. They'll be playing from left to right. So the real risk here for Mexico, Heather, is that this game could blow wide open, and you know there is quite a wide gap between these two countries. Does Canada take their foot off the gas, or they can't stop running?
Well, no, it's kind of like the very first game when they met each other on the field for the first time at this tournament. Canada just hasn't. They can't let up. Right now they have to keep the momentum going and have their heads and bodies ready for the final.
So Canada receives that kickoff and now trying to find some space in behind the Mexican coverage. Great clearance kick down to number 11, Daniela Rosales. Now that's number 7, Avalar, trying to find some space for her team. She kicks it into touch. It'll be line out for Canada. Is there much you can do in the way, Marlene, of mixing up these lineouts? I mean, when you have one jumper like that, there's not too many variations on that, is there?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be as complicated as some of our lineup calls for the 2010 World Cup. They're probably a lot less.
Yeah.
But it really is just get the player up, have a few calls that are simple. And again, it's all about execution, just like it is in 15s.
That ball wasn't straight, so I'm trying to pick up what the flags are doing. It's not really a wind issue. Who did do you do any throwing?
Oh, me, myself, and I?
Yeah.
No, I have done some throwing for my club team, but I never did it at the national team level.
Heather, how about you? Your throwing skills pretty sharp?
I've never tried the throwing skills. I think they just want to keep the wheels on the field, so I wouldn't be much use on the side.
A specialist, speed.
Specialist running.
Green drop 6 in.
So now penalty against Mexico. Mexican player got tangled up with the referee, and now Canada spreading it out wide. And a few changes, including Ariel Dubicet-Boris being on the field now, and Julia Greenshields out there. Greenshields acting as the scrum half, hooks up with Gibbs. One hopper to Gauthier. Lisa Gauthier trying to find some space out there. She shakes off a potential tackler. Now 2 tacklers. Look at that, holds on, fakes the pass. She may wind her way into the try line. She does. That was a quality try. She was looking for support, ultimately kept it, and didn't get tackled.
Lisa Gauthier is going to be happy with that, and when she looks back and watches herself score that try, and she's one of the newer players, and again, that's the sort of performance you want to be showing the coaches when you're coming to your first tournament. And there she goes. Little sidestep. She has the power to get through, and she scores the try.
Great fend off to finish that at the end. So now taking over the kicking duties will be Greenshields for Canada. We're number 5. Canada hasn't put any conversions across, and that one's not going to make it. She bent it like Beckham, and she didn't want to.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think normally someone like Mandy Marchak or Ashley Patzer would be doing those converts, but I think this is a great opportunity for different girls to start practicing that skill.
Yeah, interesting note, Mandy Marshak's not here this weekend, but she's still a big part of the Sevens team, and boy, she is feared out there on the international circuit for her playmaking and her size and speed. Greenshields gets this restarted. Gibbs taps it over with her foot, kind of a cheeky play. And now that's Ariel Dubicet-Boris from Toronto getting it. Farella trying to step out of a tackle, but she's brought down. Gibbs quickly there to distribute it out to Julianne Zussman. Stays on her feet. She'll score her second of the game. And Zussman showing veteran presence there. Just not worried about Mexican defenders. No, she has the pace to get around them.
Yeah, Zussman's a very smart player, and she's been playing really well at this tournament. I've been really happy with her performance. And you know, she breaks through that tackle, comes through, does what she needs to do. She definitely has a well-rounded skill set.
And Megan Gibbs getting that ball out there. She's really been distributing the ball well, and she's really seeing the field. So she just picks it up, takes one step, and distributes it to the person who's going to take that hole. So it's really impressive with Megan.
Yeah, I think a less talented player would just take it and go, I've got it, I'll run, versus just being that link to the outside and being a bigger playmaker.
And Megan Gibbs would probably be the first person to admit that that would have been herself a few years ago. So she's really come a long way, and she's a real asset to the team right now.
And very popular, too. I mean, I think all the ladies look to her. She's got a great sense of humor, very sunny disposition.
She's got a great personality. People love to be around her.
And the fellas like the calendar, too.
Yes, the calendar's getting some rave reviews.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm always forgetting what the date is. You know, I need calendars in every room, practically.
Well, the girls will be happy to hear that.
That's right. Supporting them in so many ways. That didn't go 10. And go to rugbycanada.ca, or what's the women's calendar website?
NSWTcalendars.com.
Yeah, and I think they're pretty reasonable. I think I paid $27 including shipping,
yeah.
but you know, That's a guilty pleasure. That sounded so wrong. So 12:08 now, and
We're not doing any commercials with Doug. Don't worry.
that's right. Oh goodness, thank God my wife doesn't listen to these. All right, so back to action. Canada on the front foot here, and this is another try that's going to happen here for number 12, Amanda Thornborough. And really, Mexico has nothing to offer at this point, and now it's just about playing the clock out, and their tournament will be over. And Canada's got to get off their feet and cooled off, but not before Thornborough has another try here.
Yeah.
This is a great, sorry, Marlene. This is a great opportunity for Canada to put those players in to get that playing experience. So when the points are on the board right now, you know, John Tate's probably looking at resting some of the key players that they'll want to be starting in the final. And so it's a great experience for some of the other girls who can step up and get that experience on the field.
Conversion doesn't go through, 42-0 the score. And all things being equal, this is just another great win by the Canadian women. And maybe it hasn't been as fast-paced as some of the other games, but hey, everyone's affected by this long weekend of games, and
heat.
The heat especially. Paula Islas gets that back for Mexico, and now immediately tackled is Karen Alejandra. Dorian Avalar now finding some space out wide. Paulina Islas again. Some great support, and this has been the biggest flourish we've seen from Mexico in this game. They've done well. They moved it some 30 meters, and as this game closes out, too little too late, but great to see them still interested in playing.
Yeah, we've been seeing moments of, of brilliance on some of these teams, but it's just about, working as a team as well. Sevens is definitely a team game. It's not just an individual game. So you really need to be working as a team on your defense and your offense.
So the final hooter is gone, and that was a not straight, and that should be full time. As a result, we'll still have a scrum here for Mexico.
Go. Touch. Set. Bind.
So Canada maybe with one last try left in the quiver here. Dubuset, Boris trying to stay on our feet, and that pass goes forward, and that will be full time. Final score 42-0. Canada into the final. And so that's going to be a great game. It's going to be Canada and Trinidad and Tobago, which I would have to say Trinidad and Tobago, a bit of a wild card to be into that final.
You never know. You never know, Doug. I mean, I'm sure we're expecting Canada to win, and my guess is that they will win. But Trinidad and Tobago, they have a lot of fire in them still, so it could happen.
So Mexico's tournament is over, and we're going to be back with more action as Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago will be playing next here. You're watching NACRA Sevens Championship Rugby on Rogers TV.